to the fiscal year 26 Energy and Water Appropriations Bill. At a time when energy costs are skyrocketing for my constituents, Republicans are trying to make it even harder for them to keep their homes warm and keep the lights on. For example, this bill makes massive cuts to the Department of Energy's Office of Energy Efficiency and Renewable Energy, including a nearly $10 million cut to Ohio. That's a 44% cut. Republicans' cuts to this office include cuts to the Weatherization Assistance Program, which reduces energy costs by increasing the energy efficiency of their home. These cuts are compounded by the fact that ratepayers in Ohio are on the hook for a corrupt bill that adds hundreds of energy costs to bail out a coal plant in Indiana. Ohioans cannot afford any more Republican malfeasance that literally cost Ohioans hundreds of dollars a year. But even more, this bill does not adequately fund two authorities in my district that were created under the Water Resources Development Act of 2024. The Bipartisan Water Resources Development Act authorized projects across the United States for water and wastewater infrastructure that are critical to strengthen the flood protection and resiliency of our communities and complete ecosystem restoration that maintains America's vital natural resources. This legislation specifically authorized $49 million in new authorities in Ohio's 13th congressional district to allow the Army Corps of Engineers to contribute their expertise to the development of new and existing infrastructure projects that not only improve water and sewer infrastructure, but bolster our economic competitiveness. I am proud to have advocated for these resources to ensure that they were included in last year's WRDA. These programs allow communities in my district to have access to the infrastructure they need to flourish. And here's how. Under the Summit County New Authority, $25 million would have been authorized to fund projects such as Akron's water main and lead service line replacement, Fairlawn's West Market Street water line replacement, New Franklin South Main Street stormwater replacement, Barberton and Stratford Street waterline project, and Fairlawn's Rosemont Preserve project. Additionally, under Stark County's new authority, $24 million would have been authorized to fund projects such as Canton's Cromer Water Storage Reservoir replacement, improvements to the Ohio Erie Canalway Lock 4 Park, and North Lawrence's sanitary sewer project. Funding these projects is crucial to ensure my constituents have access to clean water in their homes. In order to truly make a difference for these communities, we must fully fund the programs that we authorize. For me, this is about my constituents and lowering their costs and allowing our communities to thrive. And because of aggressive gerrymandering in Ohio, people of Ohio's 13th congressional district paid taxes that never made it back to our communities. These funds went to places like California, New York, and God forbid, Michigan. And here's just another example of snatching hard-earned constituents' dollars that they expected to be reinvested in their community only to be sent elsewhere to pay for billionaire tax cuts or something else nefarious and nothing that anyone asked for. I came to Congress to do right by my community. And as I said earlier, I am proud to have ensured that $49 million in new infrastructure authorities were included to be funded in our community. But this work cannot get done if we do not appropriate the money to get the shovels in the ground. And for this reason and many others, I urge my colleagues to oppose this bill because it does not lower costs and harms our communities. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.